Hello out there, internet world. It's your bearded brothers, and we are back yet again with yet another sports podcast. I'm, of course, your bearded brother, Matt.
I exist.
That's the bearded brother, Chris, who's currently in a state of existing. And, of course, he has with him somewhere the Loki.
He's chewing on my shirt.
Yep, he is, of course, the channel mascot. Official and unofficial. It depends on what he wants to be at any one point in time. So we're here back after the final week of the season. So week 18 is officially in the books. And we've gone through Black Monday. We were going to record Tuesday, and I'm glad we did not record until today. Because it's taken till today for us to for all of the repercussions of the season to fully shake out. It's a Thursday. It's a Thursday as we record this. There are no games until Saturday. So we're good. We'll still be able to do our predictions and everything. But we should probably talk about the coaching carousel. I think that's a good place to start, don't you, Chris?
If you want to, we can certainly start there.
I think it's the best place to start currently. It's, in my opinion, it's like the only place to start. So Sunday night, during the game Sunday night, news came out that the Falcons had canned not just their head coach, Raheem Morris, but the general manager. Both are gone. 100%. Now, the Falcons have brought in Matt Ryan and interviewed him for a possible role as a team president type of thing.
Yeah, that's kind of what I've heard. But
to help them find a coach and a GM?
It's like not really a GM, it's like more like just somebody who's been more boots on the ground who maybe can help coordinate a GM and coach that want to work together kind of thing.
And that's
kind of the idea. Yeah.
Yeah, and you know, he played he was one of the greatest players in Falcons history, let's be honest, who's well, at least alive.
That's alive and also wasn't an asshole.
Yes.
To put that bluntly, I mean, come on, we both know what I'm talking about.
We do. And while I will never fully forgive him, the person that I'm talking about, and what he did, I will say, from what I've seen, he's turned his life around on that perspective.
My understanding is he was around a lot of bad people, and I get that, but
and
dog.
he did his
dog,
time.
Dog.
He did his time, and now he actually works with like the SPCA and whatnot. So I'll give him partial credit for trying. I'll never give you full credit again, though.
Yeah.
But again, it's one of those things of like, you did something bad, you did your time for it.
Tried to come back and was obviously not nearly as good when he came back.
He wasn't, but he was just good enough to help the Eagles get to a Super Bowl.
Yep.
Anyway. But yes, Raheem Morris is out, and their GM is out.
Don't show my glasses.
Let's see here. Then Monday rolled around, and the slew began. A
lot happened in Monday, actually.
The first big name to fall, of course, was Kevin Stefanski. He got let go early on Monday, but everybody kind of expected that one. Wasn't really a head scratcher, you know what I mean?
It wasn't, but at the same time, I still think he got kind of done dirty by just a bad organization.
Oh, we do too, which is why everybody was surprised that they decided to keep Andrew Berry, the GM.
Yeah, Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's just like another thing where I just look at it, bad organizations stay bad by making bad decisions.
Yeah, if you're going to get rid of Stefanski, Barry should have gone with him.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just start over.
Yep. Reset the whole thing.
Reset the whole thing. Start over. But they're not doing that, so okay.
They're doing what Browns are good at doing. Nothing.
The Lions responded by firing their offensive coordinator.
Which was kind of expected.
Yeah, considering Dan Campbell took over calling the offense.
Yeah, and he's not even an offensive guy.
No,
At least not in that way. Yeah.
No, well, he played tight end, and
That's what I'm
more
saying,
of a motivator than he is a schemer.
Exactly. Yeah. And
so
it's very obvious if you've watched their offense. You go, yeah, Ben Johnson was their offense, and without that, like they still have the pieces, they just don't have the right play calling. And they got to find a way to make that work.
Yep. Then let's see here. Then I believe it was the next one. The next domino fell, and Pete Carroll, after one season, is out in Las Vegas.
Yeah, that feels a little weird to me. Like, I get it didn't go the way you expected, but at the same time, like, you didn't give him much to work with. So, and then on top of that, all of the rumors that we've heard about potentially the front office meddling and shit, like,
yeah, I agree. Supposedly, right now, the big thing is that Brady wants to bring in somebody that he knows and has personally worked with, and that would be Brian Flores. And
I know, but that worked so well when he brought in Chip Kelly, because he really wanted to bring in Chip Kelly, and then they got Chip Kelly, and look how well that fucking worked.
Yeah,
maybe stop listening to Tom Brady. Just because he can play quarterback really well doesn't mean he knows how the fucking front office is supposed to work.
I have to agree with that, and I hate to say that, but I agree. Maybe.
Also, I don't think Brian Flores would want to go to the Vegas. No offense,
but
if he was gonna, like I said, if he was gonna go to somebody like Giants or something like that, would make some sense.
The rumor was they wanted to grab Flores and then pair him with Dable as an offensive coordinator, and I was like, yeah, because that would work.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's.
No.
It'd be more likely to see Flores go to like the Giants, to be honest, because they already have like a team ready to go, or the Titans, a team that's kind of ready to go.
Yeah.
I could see those, but
yeah, I could see both of those as well. Arizona, not wanting to be left out of the action, went ahead and pulled the plug on the Jonathan Gannon era.
I think that's a little premature in my opinion, because he clearly got more out of a second string quarterback, a veteran quarterback, than he was getting out of the first stringer. You should have given him a chance to get a quarterback, and then
I agree.
I think that's a little premature.
I'm a little upset that they did that, but again, I look at the record and I go, I get it. Because, and I think the major reason, if you look at it, they had, 3 wins their first year. Then last year they did really, really well. And then this year they had 2 wins.
Yeah, and they were close in a lot of them, to be fair. They were close in they probably could have had almost close to a middling season if they would have won some of those 50-50 games.
Yeah, but they didn't. They didn't come anywhere. They didn't, and by the end of the season, they weren't coming anywhere close.
No, but I'm just saying, midway through the season, we could be talking about a team that actually had 5-6 wins, which, for that team, would not have been that bad. And so that's why I'm I think record is, if you solely look at record, it's kind of a false statistic. You have to look at all the other things around it, right?
Yeah, and I think also he got stuck with Kyler Murray to try to improve Kyler Murray, and I don't think it worked because Kyler Murray has to want to improve Kyler Murray.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
And I think that didn't work out well.
No. And again, a classic of Cardinals have been kind of a bad organization for a while. Well, it's kind of obvious why. They keep making bad decisions.
They keep making really dumb decisions.
They keep making rash decisions before anything in comparison, I get the Cliffsbury one. King Cliffsbury was obviously not the answer. But Jonathan Gannon made better use of that team than Kingsbury did, and then you're still fuck, get rid of Gannon now. It's just you guys are too trigger happy. You're too trigger happy.
Yeah, you're a little too trigger happy, but I also get it because it's I don't remember if Monty Fort was on board when Gannon was hired, or if he got
I
hired
don't know.
after the coach.
I
I
don't
don't
remember.
remember. So
Yeah.
it's entirely possible that Fort just wants to bring in somebody that he chooses.
Maybe, but it just feels like that's all it is constantly down the chain. It's just at some
Yeah,
point you
and
got to let things be because I get that at some point you have to make a change, but if you do it too often too early, you're constantly having changeover and you're constantly now you're having to bring a new playbook and reteach whatever your
yep,
scheming is, and then you
yep.
have to like it's just more work, and then that takes at least a year. The first year is gotta be like expected to not be super successful and unless you're Ben fucking Johnson apparently, or you know, or even over for the Patriots, like he turned that
Liam,
around. Mike
well,
Vrabel,
yeah, Vrabel, but Vrabel's been around for a
but
while, and
Vrabel's been around for a while, and he's
Liam
bringing a
Cohen
probably I
wasn't
imagine.
didn't do terribly bad this year.
No, Liam Cohen hasn't done bad, so you can get that. But the thing is, you should expect that out of most first-year head coaches. Like it just feels unreasonable unless you have a team that's already built for success. Like when KOC came to the Vikings, there was already a lot of good pieces there, so he didn't have to rebuild. The Cardinals are kind of in a full rebuild situation. They have been in a while, and they just have refused
I
to
mean,
admit that they need to rebuild.
they
You
have
know?
some pieces, but they just don't have enough pieces.
No, like they have a great tight end. They have some okay running backs. They have a couple of good pass catchers. Their
They're
defense
some of
is
their wide receivers
atrocious.
could be well, and they've tried to get a little better there. Like they went out and they got
Yeah,
Josh Sweat. They've tried to draft on defense, but every time they try to draft on defense, the guy gets hurt.
yeah, yeah. Or offensive line for that matter.
Yeah, look at
So,
because they went out and they got Walter Nolan in the draft this last
yeah.
year, and he spent most of the year because. So I will tell you, I've been going through our the list we made of all of the teams and their draft picks, and I've been cataloging stats. Nolan played 6 games and went to the IR. That was it.
No, I know. I remember hearing about that very early on.
It was terrible, and
Yeah.
there are a lot of guys who were having promising seasons who just wound up on the IR, not just for Arizona, but all over the league. Like
No,
I look at
I
some
get
of the
it.
rookies, and I'm just like, ugh.
No, I totally get that, but it's just that's just another reason that I'm pointing out that like I think it was premature to fire Gannon because
I
they
agree.
very clearly are not look they're very clearly looking at wins versus losses and that being one of the big determining factors when in reality they should be looking at a lot of the other things around why that's happening. So,
So
I don't
I will also now admit I was wrong about the Bears draft class.
told you.
Not just because Loveland turned out to be decent, all right,
I
and
mean,
he
we
was
expected
there.
that to be fair.
Yes, but because they probably got the steal of the draft in round 7.
Which one was round 7? Was that the running back?
Kyle Monangai.
Yeah.
That dude. Wow.
I mean, he's not the greatest player, but certainly a very good running back.
Damn near had 1,000 yards this season.
Yeah, yeah. He's not somebody that you look at and go, "Wow, that's a great running back," but
No, but
he is pretty good.
As part of a Thunder and Lightning duo,
Yeah.
absolutely. And you know how
Which
much Ben Johnson loves
I
that
was
guy.
gonna say that spells Ben Johnson all over it.
Yeah, that's Ben Johnson all over the place.
Honestly, the
Hey,
dude. Honestly, I almost wonder how much because if you look at the running game for Detroit, I almost wonder how much Ben Johnson's scheming just makes that duo work better. Like I bet you if it wasn't Ben Johnson and you had Monangai with somebody else, he would not be nearly as successful. I think it actually is the scheming
I
of
think
Ben
it is the
Johnson, hey
scheming
knowing.
and the
Yeah.
way they block.
Yeah.
Also, then, speaking of Cliff Kingsbury, Washington has gotten rid of both its OC, Cliff Kingsbury, and its DC.
Now to be
Um,
fair, the OC they did specifically say was a mutual parting, not a firing.
well, it does
So
sound like both were mutual and both wanted to go on to either be head coaches or
yeah.
coordinators
Well,
elsewhere.
it's funny because when I was reading the reports, it specifically said Kingsbury wanted to walk away, so they let him go. While the DC, it seems like was a weird thing, and they still have that labeled as a firing. So I don't
Yeah.
know.
It's really weird, but we do know that Kingsbury wanted to go. It sounds like he thinks with the plethora of open jobs, there's the
Yeah, I think he's
potential.
looking for a head coaching job somewhere.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
a potential that he will get a head coaching job
Titans.
somewhere. I wouldn't be surprised if the Falcons or the Titans reached out to him.
Titans make a lot of sense with Cam Ward, with that kind of air raid offense he
Considering,
does.
though, the Titans' list of interviewees.
I agree. Granted, that's not all of them. We know that's not all of them.
No, but for those that are unaware, the list is full of people like Steve Spagnuolo and Vance Joseph and Jason Garrett and just coaches that have previously failed to be any good as a head coach.
Out of all of those, I'd be like, you know what, give me the clapper, because at least like he'll be enthusiastically
He actually does have a
motivational.
winning record, and also Stefanski is on their list, and that would be the most
that'd probably be the best thing they could do, though.
That would be the most Titans thing ever. Would be to get Stefanski in there.
Let's grab the failed Browns coach and see if he'll be successful with the Titans.
Yeah.
Now, granted, he could. You never know.
He could. The Titans have been successful before, unlike the Browns, who are almost never successful.
Granted, they were only successful with a Mike Vrabel, who kept trying to drag that team into playoffs. Who now has a real team.
Recently, yes. But back in the day,
recently,
that was a Super Bowl team.
No, I know. That's why I said recently.
Yeah. Recently, it's only been Mike Vrabel, but he did it for a couple of years there.
Yeah.
And
he was dragging that team into playoffs.
Sheer force of anger and personality alone.
Sheer force of anger and Derrick Henry. Yeah, pretty much. That was pretty much it.
More or less.
Because as we've seen ever since they left, Tannehill kind of nosedived and has not been seen since. So
then Tuesday came around, and the Ravens decided to let go of John Harbaugh.
Which is funny because I'll say this. I get it. This was probably more of a we just think we need a change of scenery kind of thing rather than you've done a bad job.
I agree.
We've had 3 years where you should have, definitely made playoffs and at least definitely gone further. And then you fail to even make playoffs this year. It's like, okay, right? You're not meeting what our ultimate expectation is, which is we should be making Super Bowls with this team.
Yes.
However, I do find it highly ironic that within, like, hours, he's all of a sudden getting called by several organizations to be like, hey, you want to come to work for us?
So supposedly within 45 minutes, according to his agent, he got calls from 7 different teams.
Yeah.
And at the time, including the Ravens, there were 7 different jobs available. That would change this morning.
Yep.
As the Dolphins got rid of Mike McDaniel.
Which is something we were suspecting, but by the end, because it was taking so long, we thought maybe they would give him,
he was safe.
some room.
And also at the same time, the Buccaneers have put out that they are going to stick with Todd Bowles, but they got rid of their offensive coordinator.
Yeah, because that's the problem.
Yeah, there you go. That's the problem. Well, Todd stands on the sideline and looks increasingly more confused.
Dude, he straight up does. Every time you look at him, he just goes...
Every time you talk to him, he kind of gives some sort of generic answer about things.
Dude, it really is. It's super generic. Here's the thing with Mike McDaniels that's funny, though, is honestly, I could see him being successful pretty much in a lot of other places. I think if you just give him a better offense, I shouldn't say better offense, but it's just a better team to start with. Like, honestly, you give him the Ravens now, I think he's going to have success with
Jesus, yes. Now, there is rumblings in Detroit that the Lions faithful want him as the offensive coordinator, and I don't think that works.
I could see that working, actually,
yes,
but I just don't...
If you look at the style of offense he likes to run, it doesn't fit with what they currently have in Detroit.
It depends, because, sometimes OCs will change based upon who they have as personnel. I don't know.
That's true. I think McDaniel is good enough to be able to adapt his system to Detroit.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
he
I
might
don't
be
know
if he's
how well it
looking
would work, but it'd be interesting.
if he's looking
If
for
nothing else.
another HC position. The Ravens would be great for him.
Yeah,
The Titans would not be
the Titans would not be
terrible.
bad. Yeah, just
I
avoid the
would even
Raiders. Oh,
the
the
car
Giants would be a good one.
the Giants, even the Cardinals would all be okay for him.
I was about to say Cardinals. Maybe just I was gonna say stick away from the Raiders and Browns. Don't even touch those.
Yeah, and so the
Those are nuclear
Cardinals.
pits.
Here's what I'm going to say with the Cardinals. The Cardinals cannot afford to hire John Harbaugh. One, he's
No,
going to
but they
be
really want him.
one. He's going to be super expensive.
Yeah.
Two, he doesn't call plays.
No.
So you would still need two really good coordinators to call your plays.
Which to
You
be
need
fair,
a coach.
he'd probably bring in his coordinators that he wants, but yeah.
You need at least you need a guy who understands offensive and defensive coordination. You need a guy who can at least call one side of the ball.
I suspect John is likely to land probably with the Dolphins, honestly. It makes so much sense. They're gonna throw him so much fucking money. And
I could see that.
You know,
the other place where I think it now I've said it would be funny if he went there, but I don't think it'll happen. Is if he went to Vegas to be with the Raiders, so we could get a Harbaugh Bowl twice a year.
Yeah, I just don't think the Raiders can really even afford.
No, I don't think they can either.
I don't think I could see him going to the Giants. That wouldn't be terrible either.
That wouldn't be terrible either. Now,
but I don't think the Browns would make sense at all. But it would be funny.
No,
it'd be hilarious.
It would be hilarious if he like goes to the Browns and then takes them to the playoffs, beating the Ravens.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Especially if like it would be even funnier if Stefanski gets hired by the Ravens and Harbaugh goes to the Browns.
What? That would just be sad.
That would be hilarious, but it also would be sad. I was going to say, for me, Jim Harbaugh came out and he said, I totally back my brother. Hey, I think he's a great coach. Whoever gets him will be lucky to have him. But I seriously hope he goes to the NFC.
Yeah, I mean, the only NFC, though, that would even be able to do it would be the Cardinals, and even, well, I guess the Giants. Yeah, Giants or Cardinals, but I don't think
it would be really funny if he went to the Cardinals, though, if only because if he made that organization good and they beat the Niners, it would be like the Harbaugh's revenge.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
There's a storyline there, I'm sure.
Granted, that would be more likely Jim that would do that because that's the actual revenge. Because
yeah.
Not John, but yeah.
Hey, maybe we could get the Chargers and the Niners in the Super Bowl this year.
Yeah, that's possible. Actually,
it is.
Unlikely, but definitely possible.
But yeah, I found it funny. There's a lot of potential.
I guess it depends on a lot of different things too, like who retires, who doesn't retire.
Yeah.
Like there's been rumors for fucking forever that Sean McVay's just gonna hang it up at one time, but I don't think he will. The dude just likes football too much, I think.
Yeah, I think we're there still. Because we do have to wait to see if any head coaches are going to retire after the season run is over and who's going to officially send in their retirement paperwork. Because
honestly, there's not that many that I can think of that would. I think the one that would be the most likely out of everyone, who's I'll say this: the one that's most likely next to retire would likely be Andy Reid. Actually,
yeah,
he is getting old.
Yeah, and I'm going to be honest, it would not surprise me if he made one or two more seasons, especially if he's trying to get that last Super Bowl.
No, 100%. I think he's going to try to stick around, but he's probably the next to decide to retire rather than getting fired or something, right?
Yeah. So we don't have any coaching hires, but those are the major firings at the moment. And so it's going to be very interesting to see where the carousel stops spinning at the end.
I mean, it's kind of funny too to think about. Like Stefanski could just go back to being a coordinator. He could just be like, I don't want to be a head coach. I just want to be an offensive coordinator again. Less work.
He absolutely could, and it wouldn't surprise me in the slightest.
No.
I'm going to give you something, and you're going to laugh here. So I want to try to find this because I had it pulled up. Here we go. I'm going to give you statistics, and I want you to tell me what quarterback this is from this season.
I mean, It's either going to be really easy or really difficult. Probably really difficult because there's so many quarterbacks to think about.
This should be pretty simple for you.
I'd be shocked.
3,849 yards, 36 passing touchdowns, no interceptions, 65.2% completion rating with 110 passer rating.
Well, no interceptions. I mean, who had no interceptions? I realize like it's probably um.
I'll make it easier for you. This is not one quarterback.
What do you mean it's not one quarterback?
This is a compilation of the quarterbacks versus the Jets defense.
Well, that's not fair. You told me to answer you with a quarterback. You can't give me multiple quarterbacks.
No, you're right. That's why I told you what it was. But still, that would be
And
a
you
really good
and you
quarterback.
specifically said against the Jets. Like I thought you were talking about all season stats. Like, hold on now. That's probably the Patriots, but that's not fair to look at.
That is every quarterback that has played the Jets this season.
All the
that is
their the Jets. Okay.
If you combine all of their stats into one.
No, I know they got no picks the entire season for the first time ever.
Which is historic in the NFL. Like you couldn't get one, and your coach is a cornerback.
Granted, you got to remember that team is so depleted, and the first year was going to be pretty bad. To be fair,
and you traded away Sauce Gardner too.
Yeah, so. You traded away all your best things. Like you realize it was obviously going to be a full rebuild.
It was going to be a shit show, and it was. I'm sorry guys, but that was trash. Your team was trash. And you don't even have the first overall pick.
Nope. In fact, they don't even have the second pick.
No, I think they have the third.
They have the third. That's what I'm saying. They don't even have the second.
I forget who has the second right now. It's not the Giants. They have like the.
I thought it was the Giants.
They have the fifth.
Oh, do they?
In fact, I think the Jets do have the second right now, and I think the Titans have the third, or maybe the Titans have the second and the Jets have the third, something like that. I think they have the second, if I'm thinking about it right. Because the Giants beating the Raiders and then beating the Cowboys dropped them to like the fourth or fifth overall pick.
Yeah, that's possible, yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, they do have the second now.
Yeah.
Cardinals have the third. Tennessee has the fourth. And then
I want to say the second and the 13th.
So the Giants did have the second, but they missed it by winning that game, yeah.
Yep. I want to say they have the second and the 12th or 13th pick.
I thought it was lower than that, but
might be. It might be like the 16th.
16th, yep.
It is the 16th? Okay.
Yep, the other one is the 16th.
I know they had two, because the Colts would give them the 16th overall pick then, right. And the Vikings have the 18th overall pick.
Yep.
Right in that zone of like, well, blah.
Our typical zone of we're probably going to have to be very careful with how we draft, which we're not good at.
No, I know I have an idea of what we should draft based on how the season went.
Offensive line?
Center, actually.
That's what I'm saying. Just somebody on the offensive line.
I mean, our guards are going to be all right. Both of our tackles are fine. But poor Ryan Kelly with those multiple concussions.
Yeah, you can't rely on that.
No, and he may retire anyway after getting 3 concussions in one season.
Yeah.
Even while wearing a Guardian cap. So...
Well, the last one was only from the Guardian cap.
Yeah.
With the Guardian cap.
Still,
but yes, yeah.
Still, it may be time for him to think about his life after football. So hopefully, if he's sitting there, I would grab Jake Slaughter from Florida. Just me.
Maybe. No.
Yeah, I'll have to look because there's like 3 guys I think they can.
I haven't looked at like most of the prospects yet, so that's not really on my.
There's 3 centers that potentially, if there were need for them, could go in the first round. I don't think they will. I think only one of them will. But there's 3 of them that I'm like, oh yeah. There's like a guy from, I want to say it's Alabama, a guy from Iowa, of course, which we know is a fucking center farm, and Slaughter out of Florida. And I think all 3 of them have the potential, like any one of them could be a first rounder, but I think only one of them will be, just because of how the draft is. So that's a potential thing. Outside of that, I don't have much else. Do you have much else? Before we
For
get
what?
into for news of anything, before
Oh,
we get into games.
I mean, um, well, we know that um, a lot of people were talking about getting Zach Taylor gone, but the Bengals have already come out
Yeah,
stating that
the
they
Bengals
have
have stated
no.
they're keeping him,
Yeah, they're keeping both their GM and Zach Taylor, which
and I don't get that at all.
I don't get it.
I don't.
I get it outside of the fact that they probably can't afford anyone else.
I mean, that's probably a thing, but like,
Yeah,
you're pissing off Joe Burrow.
yeah.
You keep doing that, and he may just ask out, and you don't want
Like I
that.
said, I still theorize that he might still do it this offseason, but we'll see.
Yeah, would not surprise me. Couple of quick news bites. First off, apparently Marshawn Lattimore has been arrested.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Something about having a concealed weapon in his car,
Supposedly.
supposedly. Also, Tua Tagovailoa said that a fresh start, quote, would be dope.
I mean, yeah, I get that. Whether that's with the Dolphins or somebody else, I don't know, but I imagine probably somewhere else.
I would imagine that too, very much so.
I just
Um,
don't know where he thinks he could go with that contract that they signed. Because no one's gonna trade for him.
no one wants that deal. There are
No,
only a
like
few
you
teams
keep
dumb enough
concussing
to
yourself,
try.
and then you played kind of bad. So like,
Yeah, but there are a few teams dumb enough to try.
not a lot that I can think of currently. I mean, the Cardinals need a
Jets.
quarterback, but they got the third overall pick, so I don't think they're going to.
I thought they had the fourth overall pick.
Pretty sure it was the third. It was either third or fourth. It's one of the
Yeah,
two.
because I was pretty sure the Titans are right up in there too.
Yeah, I think they're. I thought the Titans was four, and then they were
Yeah,
three.
it
'Cause I
could be.
know
I don't remember.
it's something like that. It's one of the two. Because I
Yeah.
know Giants was five. So
The problem is I don't know if the Cardinals if they're going to want to take the other quarterback because I'm pretty sure we're going to have quarterbacks going 1 and 2. I think Mendoza and Moore are going to go 1 and 2 in some fashion. At that point, it's
I
what
don't
Ty
know.
Simpson.
I don't know if they will go 1 and 2, but we'll see.
I think they will personally, unless there's a
I
major
think
injury. But
yeah, maybe, but it also depends on free agency and stuff too. So
yeah,
I
and
could
who's going to
see,
be available where?
I could see the actually thinking about it. I could totally see the Jets deciding to grab Tua and then grab somebody else in the draft at 2. I could
I could as
definitely see
well.
that.
Like for them especially, like grab another bit, like grab Jordan Tyson or something, or grab an
Yeah,
edge rusher, or maybe that cornerback from Clemson that's really good, or even
yeah.
Caleb Downs out of fucking Ohio State.
So I could totally see them actually doing that.
Yeah, I could
And
too.
then it depends on what other quarterbacks are available in the free agency. Because there might be others that are going to demand trades. Like I said, Joe Burrow, I think, could still be an option, but I don't know how many people are going to be able to afford that.
Yeah, that's gonna be a wild trade if that has to
Yeah.
happen.
And then there's the Dak Prescott situation. Where I've been saying that since I've been dead in the face. I think he just that has to change it somehow.
Yeah.
And I think Lamar Jackson, I think, is likely
Oh,
not sticking around with the Ravens, but I don't know.
that does bring me to another firing that we all knew was going to happen and did. They got rid of Matt Eberflus. The Cowboys
Oh
did.
yeah, the Cowboys did. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean that was pretty much obvious. They were going to have to get rid
Oh
of
yeah,
Matt
yeah.
Eberflus. Yeah, yeah.
By the way, didn't somebody request to interview Matt Nagy? Like I saw
Yes,
that,
I
and
think
I
it was the Titans, I believe.
was it the Titans. Oh
Yep.
God, yeah, I saw that. And I'm like, oh my God, no! Look
Well,
what he
he's
did to
the
the
official.
Chiefs. Don't do
Yeah, look what he
it.
did to the Chiefs, man. No, stay away from that. He made the Chiefs terrible.
Ugh.
Stay away. At any rate, kaplam. Let's talk some games, shall we?
I mean, most of them legitimately did not matter.
Most of these games legit did not matter at all.
So I don't
Uh,
have much to say on most of them.
there were a couple though that mattered, and at least
Yeah.
one where it was blatantly obvious the fix was in.
I mean, it's definitely more than one game.
But the Panthers and Bucks was pretty fucking blatant.
That one was bad.
Yeah, that was terrible. They called OPI on the Panthers when
It was
he
technically,
kind of
yeah.
shoved that guy out of his way, a helmet, a lot of hand fighting within the first 5 yards. Ted
Yep.
didn't touch him after that. Ted touched him in the first 2 yards.
Well, the
And
ruling they were going with too, which by the way, which is super annoying. The ruling they were going with is like, well, you can't be blocking past a yard down the field. It's like, you think that was blocking? The
he
fuck?
wasn't. No, he wasn't even blocked. He didn't.
I know, but that's what the ref
Yes,
was trying to argue is that he was blocking him down the
it's
field.
the dumbest rule. It's that the refs in that thing. I think honestly, I feel like they need a sponsorship with like who is it that does all the glasses commercials?
I mean, I can't think of any anymore. There used to be a
Lens
couple, but
crafters.
I don't remember.
Can we get them a sponsorship with like lens crafters or something?
I don't think
So
it'll
they can
matter
get some.
because I'm pretty sure the one head judge was wearing glasses in that game.
Jesus Christ! If there was ever a game that was the poster game for why there should be why we need to take the human element out of reffing, you
Or
just
at
saw
least
it.
I wouldn't say completely out, but at least start making it less involved. Yeah,
Yeah,
because you still need some because there's still plenty of things where you need nuance that only humans are going to really be able to be good at. But
and
yeah,
then
there's definitely
even with all that interference, the Panthers only lost by 2 points.
yeah, yeah.
But it was a wet game. It was a slippery game.
It was.
It was a sloppy, nasty mess.
Yeah.
Tampa
It
Bay
was
came away.
it was sloppy to watch the game. Even neither side
Yes.
played very well.
Even without the refs, there were a lot of fumbles. There was a lot of
Yeah,
just people slipping and sliding and all over the place.
yeah. The
So
game just wasn't very good to watch in the first place.
no, it wasn't, and it was a game to decide the NFC South. Well, mostly.
Mostly, it determined on the. Unfortunately, because
If
of the
the
loss, it determined next.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if the Panthers had won, they lock up the South. They did not win,
Yep.
they lost. So then we had to wait for the Falcons Saints game to happen.
Yeah.
Tampa Bay didn't walk away 16-14 with a chance to go to the playoffs.
Yes.
They did not.
No.
Then the Seahawks played the Niners for the number one overall seed in the NFC.
And the Niners didn't look like they wanted to play football.
The Niners showed up like, we don't want that seed.
We don't care. Go ahead,
We
take
don't want it. Take it. So yeah, absolutely. Like they 13-3. Neither team particularly played great, but the Niners definitively played worse. And it was almost like when the Seahawks realized the Niners weren't going to fight back, they stopped trying.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's what that game looked like.
Yeah, it was kind of boring that last couple of quarters, actually, in general.
Yeah, it was pretty dead.
Yeah.
Not much to talk about with that. Seattle locks up the number one seed. Then in a game that was for none of the chips, the Packers came to Minnesota to play the Vikings and didn't want to play football.
No, I mean, to be fair, they put in their second stringers, so I'm not shocked.
And their third stringers.
Yeah, and third stringers.
I don't even remember the name of the quarterback they had. All I know is he got the shit knocked
It was a
out of
weird
him by-
name. Yeah.
Yeah, and he got plowed by our defense. It was bad for them. And McCarthy played for half the game before re-injuring his hand, and then Brosmer had to come back in.
Which apparently he pulled himself from the game, by the way.
Yes.
So that's interesting.
Uh, 16-3 Vikings win, and the only reason why is because we had to have Brosmer come back in.
Yeah.
Not a huge fan of that, but okay.
Sounds like the Vikings are going to get a veteran quarterback in the offseason, which I'm not shocked by.
No, that's going to be our
Regardless if it's
backup.
Kirk
Yeah.
Cousins, I'm going to shoot somebody, though.
Huh?
I said, I swear to God, if it's Kirk Cousins, though, I'm going to shoot somebody.
Ha! Please, God. Well, so that came out is they have the
Mm-hmm.
Falcons renegotiated Cousins' contract.
Yeah, but they made it easier that if they want to let him go, it'll be easier to get him traded or let him go. That was the reasoning for it.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Colts and the Texans played. This was kind of a meaningless game because it was happening at the same time as the Jags and the Titans game. And in order for the Texans to come anywhere near the division title, the Jags had to lose, and we'll talk about that game in a bit. But the Texans do win 38-30. I will say, Riley Leonard looked pretty damn good in this game.
I mean, he looked okay. I wouldn't say good.
He looked better than I thought he would.
He looked okay.
He did account for 3 touchdowns total? 4?
I thought it was only 2.
No, he got 2.
I think he only had 1.
He got 1 through the air and 2 on the ground.
I was gonna say I know he only got 1 through the air. I didn't know.
I think he had 2 on the ground as well.
I thought he only had 1 on the ground, but I'll double check.
I think he has 2.
Might be 2. I know for sure he had 1 in the air. Nope, he only had 1 on the ground as well, buddy. He had 2 in the air. Okay.
Okay.
Well,
2 in the air, 1 on the ground.
Color me wrong on that one. I thought I only saw 1 in the air, but I might have been looking at a different game.
Yep, 2 in the air, 1 on the ground. That's still not bad. He did throw an ill-timed interception, but
he did. That was a bad interception.
Yeah, but he's also a rookie who was taken in like the 6th
round. No, I know,
but
I'm just saying in general, it was like one of those ones where you look at it and go, "Oh, that's an ugly one."
The best part is his mom shows up and wears "You suck, Riley" stuff.
Yeah.
So they actually explained that. Apparently, when he was younger, he was getting all the praise for being awesome, and he was like, "But what if I fail?" So his mom showed up with stuff that said "You suck," to remind him that it's okay to suck. I was like, okay, that's good parenting, I guess. Okay. Huh?
It's a little goofy, but okay, I guess.
Yeah, but I mean, good parenting, I guess. But yeah, the Texans do win that 38-30. Cowboys go to New York and get blown out by the Giants. I did not see the Giants blowing them out. I saw the Giants maybe winning, but not blowing out the Cowboys.
I mean, what was it, 34-17 or something like that?
34-17.
Yeah.
They literally doubled them up.
Yep.
Yeah, no, something's got to change for the Giants, or the Cowboys. Also, Jerry Jones has said he's not going to retire until he has the most Super Bowls, which means he has to pass Robert Kraft for that. And Kraft may add another one this year.
Yep.
Good luck with that, Jerry. Chances are that you'll die in your seat.
I was going to say you'll probably die well before then.
Sorry, dude. You're the only, and this was the stat I heard, and it is true. Since 1995, they're the only team in the entire NFC not to go to the NFC Championship game.
Yep. Been a while, guys.
Yeah, it's been a while, guys. Browns travel to Cincinnati to take on the Bengals, and Myles Garrett breaks the record.
Okay.
Yeah. Myles Garrett is now the sole owner of most sacks in a single season. He's also apparently a huge nerd.
I mean, he is, but at the same time, I just want to point out, like, if you watch the sack, I hate to be that guy. It was barely a sack.
Yeah.
Joe Burrow was already falling by the time he got to him.
Yeah, it was kind of like Burrow was like, "Oh no, please don't hit me."
Yeah. So it was like, okay, fine, give it to him. Whatever.
That's like supposedly everybody called out Brett Favre when Reggie White, I think it was Reggie White, was going for the all-time sack leader sack.
Oh, yeah.
And he supposedly laid down for Reggie.
Yeah.
He was like, whatever.
Did you also see Zach Taylor apparently got mad about that because they paused play to celebrate his sack, and so he got mad about that?
Zach, come on, man. You're not even a great coach.
Zach.
Shut up.
Yeah, I was going to say, shut the fuck up, Zach.
But yeah, they actually won the game, the Browns did, 20-18.
Yep.
Color me surprised and shocked.
I mean, it's kind of a meaningless game, to be fair, but yeah.
Yeah, it was, but still. Then the game to determine the NFC South taking place between two teams that cannot win the NFC South.
True.
Saints go to Atlanta to take on the Falcons. They put up a game of it. The Falcons come away with the win 19-17, sending the Panthers to the playoffs.
True story.
True story. Shuck looked decent in this game. Again, and the Saints have already said, yeah, he's going to be our starter going into 26.
Also true story.
All right, if that's where you're going with it.
Why not?
And right after he wins the final game, he's fired.
I mean, to be fair, I'm pretty positive, based upon all of that they had plans to fire him well before that game even happens. Let's be honest.
I'm sure they had plans to fire him weeks ago. Weeks.
That's what I'm saying. I'm pretty positive they had plans on firing him already. And so, if that's just happens, that's just like circumstance of like, well, yeah, you won, but it doesn't really matter. We were going to fire you anyways. You know?
Titans travel to Jacksonville to take on the suddenly scorchingly hot Jaguars.
Last couple of weeks, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. And in the first quarter, Cam Ward injures himself.
Shocking.
Titans end up with all of 7 points because once you pulled Cam Ward, you didn't have anything else.
No.
And the Jaguars hung 41 points on them.
Yep.
So, Jags win the AFC South. Handily. Well, not entirely handily. Houston gave them a run there at the end.
True.
But I will say I think Trevor Lawrence is fully bought into whatever Liam Cohen is selling.
Potentially looks that way.
Cardinals travel to Los Angeles to take on the Rams and walk out with another L, probably contributing to the Gannon firing, as they lose 37-20.
True.
Matt Stafford played very well this game. Yeah. In the end, it didn't matter.
Nope. It mattered not.
The Chargers got blasted by the Broncos. Again, I don't know that this mattered considering the Chargers started Trey Lance.
That's true.
19-3. Then the Raiders did it. They secured the #1 overall pick, and they beat the Chiefs. But of course, this really isn't the Chiefs. It's a team that bears that name.
Pretty much, yeah.
It's the third string quarterback. I have a feeling that even if Gardner Minshew were the guy in there, they would have won. Even if Mahomes was out.
Who knows? But yeah, probably.
Yeah, I don't think the Raiders win that any other way, but they did win by 2 points.
Probably not,
yeah. The Pats crushed the Dolphins when the Dolphins come to visit New England, but we all knew that was coming. Pats win 38-10. I don't think we need to say more there.
No.
Ramondre Stevenson went off.
Yep.
Really the first time all season he's gone off like that.
I mean, to be fair, he was injured for most of the season.
Yeah, that's true. The Commanders trashed the Eagles, but the Eagles played nothing but backups. Okay, I get it. Like, you can't improve or get better or worse in your seeding, so why bother? I get it, I guess. You also can't lose the NFC East. You're going to the playoffs no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
So, I still think the Eagles are going to be one and done this year.
Probably.
And then the Lions, who have nothing to play for, defeat the Bears. But because of earlier results, the Bears lock in the 2 seed anyway.
Yep.
The Lions beat them by 3, 19-16. Okay. Don't know what else to say about that. I don't think the Bears had a lot to play for, knowing they were locked into the 2 seed, so yeah. The Bills trashed the Jets, but we all saw that coming. I'm amazed Aaron Glenn is keeping his job. I know it's a single season. God, this was a terrible... They started off with such promise, barely losing to the Steelers and keeping games close to start the year, and then just everything fell apart. Which kind of describes most Jets seasons, to be honest.
Yeah, it does.
35-8 on that one. And then, oh God, I feel so bad. We have to talk about this game. Sunday Night Football, the Ravens go to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers, and this was probably the nail in Harbaugh's coffin.
Man, it was a really boring game until the fourth quarter.
The Ravens basically owned the first half of the game, and Pittsburgh was trying to figure out the name of the running back that was destroying them, and it was King Henry. And then they got into the third quarter, and the Pittsburgh defense woke up. And they just obliterated people. And the Pittsburgh offense started doing things. And the Ravens defense slowly fell apart. And then in the fourth quarter, we had multiple lead changes. And then the Steelers went up 26-24. And their kicker missed the extra point. And everybody was like, oh, the Ravens just need to get into field goal range. They can win this because Loop has been pretty good this year. They got down, and then on a fourth down play, they hit Isaiah Likely. They call a timeout. They line up. They kneel the ball down because they still have one timeout left. They're literally in the middle of the field. You could not be more center for what's like a 32-yard shot.
Apparently it was 44.
That's still well within range, and that's still pretty
For him,
easy.
that's still well within range, yeah.
And it's still an easy kick. You're right down the middle. You just got to kick it hard. And the ball went off to the right.
Yep.
I mean, shanked it bad.
I mean, to be fair, so he did get interviewed about it, and he was pretty honest, which was, the minute I hit it, I knew it was bad. I shanked it the minute I knew I hit it, because basically he described how you hit footballs, and he basically went, I basically soft touched it. I basically barely hit the side of the ball. I didn't hit it square, and it just went sideways.
Yep. He basically glanced off the side and just missed.
Yep.
Missed the square of the kick.
Yep. Something that happens on occasion, not very often, but it does happen. He's like, honestly, I can't tell you exactly what happened or why that happened. It just happened. And the follow-up answer was pretty good, which is mostly like, next time I get on that field to kick a field goal, it'll be, I won't be thinking about it anymore. It'll be time to just kick this field goal.
That's what I hoped. I had hoped that he hadn't, that he wasn't going to let it linger.
I mean, I think he's going to let it sit for a while, but like he said, by the time I get back on that field to kick a field goal, I'll be ready to go.
Yeah.
So I think it's still going to haunt him a little bit, but I don't think it shouldn't be permanently from the sound of it, the way he's kind of managing it.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I hope that he gets it, like, his head back on the right direction, and
yeah.
And
I mean, he was taking it pretty hard right after the game. Like,
well, I mean, you just missed the field goal that would have sent you into the playoffs.
Yeah, like he was apparently like everyone had already cleared the room and he was still sitting in his gear by the locker for like 45 minutes, just
Yep.
sitting there. Like, just. Which, I mean, I get it, right? Like, literally, the game was either you win or lose on this kick. Like, yeah, that's gonna fuck up somebody for a bit, but I'm sure, like he said, like by the time I get back on the field again, I'll be back. It'll be fine.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's just
He's gonna
I
have
gotta
to.
mentally
He
get
might
through
have to
this
do
now.
some. Yeah, and I would recommend if he needs it, go to some short-term therapy for it.
Well, I'm sure they have like sports psychologists that they have
Yeah,
probably in house, or I'm sure he's gonna do like some people will do like meditation or whatever. Like I'm
or go
sure,
to a go whatever it is that makes
or even
you
sometimes some people
happy.
just like I just
Like,
need to go take a vacation. I just need to go
yeah,
and
take a
do something.
vacation. If you like fishing, go fishing.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much.
So yeah, that's
Or
my
some people are,
recommendation.
or there are some people who are just like, nope, I now need to get into the practice, and just
There are
start
some
kicking
people
over and
that
over.
immediately after they miss that, the next day out, they're gonna go kick
They're
15
gonna
or
take like
20.
100 fucking,
Yeah, they're just gonna kick from that same spot until they make so many of them,
yeah,
just to
yeah, or
prove
until
that they
their
can.
leg is just gone. Yeah,
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 and some people need that, and I'm okay with
yeah.
that.
No, I totally get that. Yeah, it just depends on the person. So from the sound of it, it sounds like he's going to do whatever it is that he needs to do to get back, but we'll find out ultimately probably next year.
Yep, I agree. I firmly agree. All right. With that all being done now, ready to give out a few game balls?
I guess
Because even though there were some losers, there were still some people that played well.
there were. Yeah.
I'll go first, and this is to a team that did not make it, but they tried hard. Zay Flowers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Zay
Yeah,
Flowers
so
played
he
really
had a couple
well.
of pretty good catches. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fair. Um, Trevor Lawrence, I mean, he played pretty well, so I'm gonna go ahead
He
and give
was
him
on
the
my
game
list
ball.
as well. Yeah, no, that's fine. Matt Stafford. Game
Yeah.
ball.
Um, Ramondre Stevenson will get a game ball. Yep.
On my list. And then also, I'm going to give a game ball to a guy that you didn't think had a great game, but I thought played very well for the position he was put in. Riley Leonard, game ball.
I didn't say he played bad. I just think he played fine for a rookie. I think he just played fine. Um, and then my last one is a weird one because I really hate this individual, but had a really good fourth quarter. Aaron Rodgers.
I thought about putting him on my list too. Yeah, he played
Yeah,
really well in the fourth when the game
had
was
probably
on the
one
line.
of his better games for a while. Yeah.
Yep, he found that old Aaron in him.
Unfortunately, we now have to deal with the Green Bay that's in the playoffs as well as an Aaron Rodgers that isn't on the same team. So it's extra annoying for us.
Yes. Although both of them are probably done in the first round.
Very likely.
Yes. Shower time.
Oh boy. All right.
All right. You want to start or you want me to start?
It doesn't really matter. I got so many people I could throw in the shower.
Go ahead.
Um, just the entire Jets organization, I think, just needs to. I think they just need to. I'm at this point where they just need to sell the team, move the team, something. Like I don't know what. I don't. That's just a perennially bad team forever and ever and ever and ever and ever.
Yeah. Yeah. Brock Purdy. That was pretty bad.
Fucking hate you. That's terrible. Um, Speaking of, I'm gonna one up you, and I'm just gonna throw the entire 49ers offense in the shower because I don't think it was just him. I think they all played kind of bad.
You know what, though? I'm right there with you because I'm going to throw the entire Ravens defense in there.
That's fair.
What was that?
Yeah, that was something, especially at the end of the game. I am gonna throw in though the Packers second string team because if that's your second stringers, dog, you guys got problems. And I know it's not all second stringers, but like, I'm just saying, like, if that's your backups for when people are getting hurt and stuff, you're gonna be a really bad football team. If you're relying solely on
the last
that,
one, I feel bad about putting him in here, but I got to just because of the circumstances.
Okay.
Tyler Loop. Wash it off, dog. Get ready for next year.
Yeah.
Get ready for next year.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, that wasn't his only miss of the night, right? He had another one earlier, right?
Yeah, I think he did.
So, so I get it.
I don't know if we want to do an Inferno.
We can if you want. I got
I don't.
people on there.
All right. I'll start. Somebody that already got fired. John Harbaugh.
Fair enough.
I put you in my fifth circle because I wasn't sure.
Um, I'm going to start off with my lowest one, which should be very telling very quickly of how this list is going to go. Um, the entirety of the Jets organization, you're in the ninth fucking circle. You guys don't know what the fuck you're doing.
No, they really don't, do they?
No.
All right, for me, ninth circle, Zach Taylor. Do you have like photos of the team owner or something?
No, that's Todd Bowles.
We'll get to him.
In my 10th circle, Jerry Jones. Dude, you are senile. You need to go away.
I think he's so senile he doesn't even know his own age anymore.
I don't think he does. I think he thinks he's still 50 or 60.
10th circle, Todd Bowles. Now, I know you have pictures of your owner in a compromising position. It's the only way you still have a job.
And in my 11th circle, I have a duo. I have Todd Bowles and the owners of of the Buccaneers, because clearly neither one of you knows what the fuck's going on.
Agreed. Agreed. Alrighty, now that that's done, potatoes?
We can. It took me a while to come up with some good ones, so
I only have two because
I got three of them. I managed to get three.
you could start. My third one is no longer relevant
Ha, fair enough.
because it involved John Harbaugh,
Oh,
who got fired.
See, I wrote this literally this morning, so before we even started recording. So I already had all that knowledge ahead of time. So my very first potato. Jets, maybe, just maybe, will fire Aaron Glenn before the end of next season.
Absolutely.
Like, I just threw that out there because, like,
I'm not even gonna sit here and pretend. Absolutely.
like, this team is so disorganized. I could totally see it.
Maybe Pete Carroll should just stay the heck away from football. It's clearly passed you by.
I don't know. I kind of still want to disagree with that, just because, like, I can't trust that Raiders organization with a damn, so I don't know how much it was his fault versus their fault. So, I mean, I will say he's definitely older. Maybe maybe he's just can't really do it as well as he used to. Maybe, but I think he still has a role in football somehow. Maybe just not as a head coach. We'll see. So that's my answer to that. Maybe, just maybe, Lamar is done in Baltimore.
I think we've already talked about this, and I've pretty much said I think he probably is.
I think he should be this season, but I don't. I think they're probably going to run it back again.
They're probably going to try to run it back again. I think that whoever they bring in as a head coach needs to know how to handle a mobile quarterback.
Yeah.
That's going to be one of the ones
Mike McDaniels.
Maybe Mike McDaniel. I don't know. My second one, and the only other one I have, maybe the Giants are making a huge mistake by keeping Joe Shane. That's their general manager.
No, I know. Yeah, I was trying to think about it. I don't know. I mean, he did help draft, so he didn't make a lot of bad decisions in that respect, but I do worry about his early firing of Dable. That feels unnecessary. So I don't know. I'm kind of I'm in conflicted minds about it.
Okay, fair enough.
And then for my final one that I literally came up with like 10 minutes ago, maybe, just maybe, Daniel Jones will be comeback player of the year next year.
Oh, absolutely. I think that's a total plausibility. I can
I
see
mean,
that.
just given the circumstances of everything, he played so well before the injuries. I would be shocked if he can manage to pull a full season next year that he doesn't get that.
Oh yeah, I'm right
He
there
might
with you
even
on
have
that.
MVP conditions. We'll see.
Yes, and for a little while there, he had it
Yeah, yeah,
until he got hurt.
yep.
Alrighty, ready to do some power rankings?
Yeah, yeah. We
I
can
know
do
you did
those.
this literally right before the show went on the air.
Yeah,
So,
I did. I literally did it right before the show here.
all right, I'll start. Number 10, the Green Bay Packers. I hate you. I hate you. I hate you.
I haven't got him on my list.
I forget who I put them over. I put them over someone.
At number 10, I actually have the Chargers. Um, I think that they're a pretty decent football team, but you got a lot of problems that I just have a hard time believing you'll make it too far.
Considering who they're playing in the first round, yeah.
Yeah.
But I think that matchup is more interesting than we think, and we'll talk about that in a minute.
Yeah.
Number 9, the Texans. You guys have potential. I just don't. I'm not sure how much.
Understandable. At number 9, I have the Bills because make it or break it all on Josh Allen. I hate it, but it works, but it's not consistent.
And
Hence being 9.
that's why I have the Bills at 8.
It's funny you say that because I have the Texans at 8.
We always do that.
I think I just like the Texans just a little bit more because I think
It's
that they have a
fair.
little bit more going for them.
They have a really good defense.
They do.
At number 7, I have the Jags. Look, you guys have been super hot, but I'm still. I don't know what it is. I'm still not convinced.
I agree, which is why I have the Jags at 7 because I don't know. You're getting hot at the right time, which is good, but I don't know how long that's going to stand.
Fair point. At number 6, I have the Rams. You guys have a lot of potential. Sometimes you play like dirt, and it's against teams you shouldn't, and you've got one of those coming up where you've got to go to Carolina and play a Panthers team that's already beaten you.
Yeah, that's why I actually put the Rams also at 6 because I can't. The fall off from grace was meteoric.
Yes.
So you're gonna have to really prove to me that nope, those were legitimately flukes. We're actually still a really good football team.
Yep, totally. I've got the Bears at 5. You're a good team, but you still make mistakes. But I think you have a super bright future.
I understand, but I instead at 5 put the 49ers. I'm mostly worried about injury history, but they are a really good football team, and I think as long as they can get past this very first game, I think they'll be fine. But we'll see.
That's why I put them at 4. The
Fair enough.
49ers are at 4 for me, and it's, again, you played really well despite your injuries, but I don't think you can afford to injure anybody else.
Yeah, exactly. But I decided to put the Bears at 4 because I just think without the injuries, I think that they have a better chance at making a little further.
We always do this. Number 3, I put the Patriots in here. It's not that I don't believe in you. It's like the top 3 are intermixable to me, but you're third because I feel like you have the least experience heading into the playoffs.
That's true, but not true at the same time. I get it though. Like team wise, coach though, not so much.
Yeah, you have a coach that's been there before.
I decided to put the Seahawks at 3. I don't listen. You can call me a hater if you want. I still don't believe this team is fully legit. I don't know what it is. Just the way they play just makes me go, I ain't buying it. I don't. My eye test says I ain't buying it. I don't know why. I can't tell you specifically why. I'm not saying they're not a bad team. Obviously, they made my top 3, but just something keeps me from wanting to put them any higher. In fact, I wanted to bring them down to 4 or 5, but I just was like, I think they are, like, if you were to put them up against the Bears or 49ers, they're going to probably win those games. So
At number 2, I have the Denver Broncos. Um, Again, they keep winning ugly, and I keep saying it's eventually going to fail them, and it has this season. Absolutely crushed them. But they have a coach that's been there before, that knows what the fuck he's doing. They've got some veterans on this team. I know the team is a little bit younger, but they have a good defense. I just they're just a little bit off for me.
at number 2, I decided to put the Patriots because I think the Patriots are a really good football team, and I think they're going to be a really scary football team. But I personally have a team that I think is just, I don't know why they're hard to play, man. They're hard to play at my number 1.
Yeah, and for me, number 1 is the Seahawks. I like them this year. Sam Darnold is firing on all cylinders. Jackson Smith and Jigba is looking fantastic. Overall, they can run the ball. They can pass the ball. Their running backs can catch the ball. Their defense has been playing well. Overall, this team is a pretty complete team. I like them.
Yeah, see, at my number 1, I obviously went with the Broncos. I don't know what it is with the way they play. I just always like, yeah, the Broncos are going to find a way to win this game. Like, yeah, sure, they have that hasn't worked from every single game, which is fine. But like more often than not, it seems to work for them. And I think going into playoffs, I think they're going to be full foot to the floor. But I will have to wait and see. Obviously, we're not going to be able to see that until the second week. But
Yep.
I do think that they have a very high chance of doing what Sean Payton does best, looking fairly okay in the regular season and then storming through playoffs.
We'll have to see, because that very well could be something.
Yep.
All right, let's talk Wild Card Weekend, shall we?
Sure.
All righty, we open with the Rams at the Panthers.
He's being goofy. Listen, I know the Panthers did beat them before. I think there's a pretty high chance, though, knowing that we're going to playoffs, the Rams are going to play lights out. So I think it's more than likely the Rams win.
You know what? I'm going to be weird and take the Panthers.
Despite them not being on your top 10 and the Rams are, you're going to pick the Panthers.
Yep, I'm going to do it anyway.
That literally makes zero sense, but go off, King.
Packers at Bears, we both know. Look, it's a poison pill.
It is, but I would rather see the Bears move on over the Packers.
I agree. This one is, I think, going to be one of the more interesting games of the week. Bills at Jags.
Listen, I do have the Jags listed higher, but I do think the Bills win that game.
I'm going to go
close,
with the Jags.
I think it's going to be a close game, though.
I'm going to go with the Jags. They've been hot at the right time. They've gotten cooking coming into the playoffs. And the Bills have cooled off a bit. So
They have, but they really, really need this. Because, like, I think Sean McDermott's job is very much hinging on making it to a deep playoff run.
I would agree with you. Niners at Eagles.
I just don't see how the Eagles win this game, so I'm going to think it to the Niners. Despite the injuries, that would be the way that it happens. They would have to like injure several players somehow.
Yes. Chargers at Patriots.
I love the Chargers. They're a fun team. They're not beating the Patriots.
Well, I disagree with you.
Whoa.
And here's why. What's the one area that the Patriots suck at?
Great question, because I don't think they have a very sucky team anyways, but, you know.
They have one area where they're terrible.
I don't know if I would say terrible.
They generate zero pass rush.
Yeah, and that really won't matter against a really bad offensive line.
I don't know if it will or not. That's the problem. They also have been having trouble stopping running up the middle, one cutbacks, guys like that. And that's what Omari and Hampton is.
They've been okay at it, so I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see. I think it'll be an interesting game.
I just think the Patriots could, even if it comes to a shootout, I think the Patriots are easily winning that shootout.
Oh, if it comes to a shootout, the Patriots are winning.
That's my point.
I'm saying that if the Chargers can find ways to slow down the Patriots, but the Patriots can't.
That's the thing. I don't see that's what's going to happen. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't see the Chargers slowing them down. That's my problem.
And then Texans and Steelers.
I mean, come on. If the Steelers somehow find a way to win that, I think the deal with the Devil's real.
The Blood Demon.
The Blood Demon.
The Blood Demon.
But yeah, I think it's obviously Texans.
Yeah, I agree. I think the Texans are going to win. They're already doing jokes about the Texas defense being afraid to hurt Rodgers because he'll crumble to dust inside his uniform.
I don't know. He can still take hits, but yeah.
Oh, I know, but dude is pretty tough. All right, yeah. Well, that's all we've got. I do not have an NHL list for you guys today. Sorry about that. But I can't think of anything else major that's happened. Can you?
Not that's probably worth talking about. That's sports related.
There you go. So there's lots of political crap, but that is not our podcast.
No. That is neither here nor there.
What we
if
will
it's not
say
sports
is,
related, it don't matter.
Exactly. What we will say is, we believe in you. If you put your mind to it, we know you can do it. We totally believe. Until next time, if you like what we do here, give us a subscribe. Give us that thumbs up. Let us know that you care. You stay out there. You stay bearded. And peace out.